Morning. Good morning, guys. Here we are, ready for our movement meetup. It'll be lovely to know who's here with us. So if you are watching now, it'd be really great if you could say hello in the comments, and then we can say hi to you back. And me and Gemma have just been talking about how this is a little bit weird because obviously we can't see you. And we don't know who's going to be here, so it'd be great to know who's watching. So do comment and let us know. But also, we can't see you or ask you about any injuries or anything. If you have got an injury and you're going to be doing this session with us, please can you comment and let us know. But also, just to understand that, you know, all of this stuff is physical activity, and you know, there is always a risk involved. And so it's very, very important. Hi, Anna. It's very important to make sure that you listen to your body and you only do what's right for you. So you need to make sure that you're only doing what feels good in your body today. There's no need to do everything, that's for sure. And actually, I've got an injury that I'm recovering from in my hip. So I'm going to be doing Gemma's session. Good morning. But I won't necessarily do it all. So you'll see that I'll be managing myself in that way. So don't you agree, Gemma? That's probably the best thing for everyone.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so I think we should get started.
If anyone has got an injury, it'd be good to hear, just because, for example, just so that we can maybe adapt the movement.
I know, but the thing is, I think, Gemma, people might join.
Yeah, okay.
I've got about 5 people on now, but if people come on, I think it's just important. I'm actually going to just write a comment. Hang on, I can't do that. Okay, I think we'll just go ahead and we'll just keep reminding people to manage their, manage it themselves, and I'll do the same thing with my yoga. So let's get started, shall we? Let's get moving.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us, guys. I'm really excited. Yeah.
I wonder if I can put my laptop up here.
Welcome to my yoga studio.
Might be a bit better.
Can you hear us okay? Someone give us a little comment to let us know that you can hear okay.
Yeah, especially me, just so that, because if I tell you what to do, just so that you can hear me.
Hello. Well, I can hear you, Gemma. So let's get.
You might want to put some music on in the background. It's completely up to you.
Exactly. Yeah, whack on some music at home.
Yeah.
You want to do it here because it interferes with the sound. So, but feel free to put on some music to get moving to.
Okay, brilliant. Firstly, guys, we're just going to warm up. Okay, so like we do on the beach, make sure you're nice and grounded. Just imagining we're on the beach. We can use visualization here. And then first of all, just want you to really rotate the neck 5 times and really get into those areas that are tight. Really take advantage of the stretch. Don't overdo it. Keeping the body nice and straight. Keeping the core on. In your own time, 5 times, and then the other way.
My neck's really crunchy.
Yeah, me too. Just coming away with the breath as well, using the breath. Nice and slowly. Brilliant. It's made me dizzy. Okay. And then just again 5 times. 5 is going to be our number. Left ear to left shoulder, and then bringing it over to the side. And again, just nice and slowly in your own time, just side to side. Just giving those shoulders, top of the shoulders, a nice stretch. Centering yourself. Once you've done that, wrists. Just out in front of you, 5 times one way. Nice and clicky. And 5 times the other way. You might want to hold your thumbs in, whatever feels good for you. And then just bring those out to the side. And again, for me, this really stretches the arms. Quite painful actually for me. And the other way. Just being careful of what is around you. We're going to do shoulders, okay? So bring it up and over. Again, nice stretch, keeping that core on so the back doesn't arch too much. Get into those shoulders. And the other way. Oh, that's nice.
We can just imagine that we're on the beach right now looking at the sea.
I can see the white cliffs.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. Okay. And then just make sure your feet are just hip width apart, and rotate the hips. Yeah, just do what feels good for you. And the other way.
I think that's just a really good rule to always follow. Just only do what feels good in your body, isn't it?
Absolutely. Just gently, don't lean on your knees, just guide your knees, okay? Because you might be able to feel where your legs are a little bit tight. And rotate the other way. Just guiding the knees, with the knees with your hands. Once you've done that, we're going to move on to ankles. Nice and balanced. Go 5 one way and the other way.
You can always hold on to the wall, can't you?
Yeah, or just keep that core on. And the other way. I'm just going to end up getting a bit warm, I think. Okay, guys, and then just start jogging on the spot.
Yeah, this is where I'll probably manage myself because of my hip injury. So if you guys follow everything I'm doing, watch what Gemma's doing.
Yeah, getting a bit warmed up. This isn't extensive, guys, okay? It's just about having fun.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're going to do 10 star jumps, okay? So make sure you're clapping your hands at the top.
My floorboard's creaking.
And back in just to do a jog. This time, if you just look at me, we're just going to do the sort of same, but to the front. So like this. So go. I'm going to tell you when to stop on this one.
That's funny.
And jog. Okay, one of my favourites, not. High knees, guys. 3, 2, 1, go. Engage the core. Bring the knees up with the core.
My excuse for not doing that fully.
My downstairs are probably like, what is she doing again?
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually really light on my feet, so be really light on your feet. Imagine that you're light. Your exercises will be easier. Now we're just going to kick our bum with our feet. Okay, so it's good. Get that quad stretch. Breathe. And just relax. Okay, if you need to get a little bit of water, quickly get some water. Sorry, my hair is clean, so it's shiny and slippy. Okay, so hopefully if you've got knee injuries, please just be mindful not to do anything extensive. But just trying to use as much as we can with a little space, okay? So I've only got a little space here. So what we're going to do, hopefully you can see me, bring it down here. We're going to squat, touch the floor, and jump, okay? Make sure you're not bending your back. The back's staying straight, and you're actually bending down. Okay, so 10 of those. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Just breathe for a minute. And we're going to do that again. So only can't see me. Okay. And again. Get those arms up.
Hope you guys have got a nice brunch to look forward to after this. Dr. Legumes.
Just shake the legs out. Make sure that blood's flowing. We're just going to do that one more time. It's just 3 rounds of that, okay?
Okay.
So, go. Take it as quick, as slow as you want. There we go. Whew. Brilliant. Okay, just to switch it up a little bit, we're going to come down to the floor. And on our knees, we're going to stay on our knees, unless you're really strong. And we're just going to do some press-ups. Okay? So make sure, you can see me here, yeah, that you're in a nice straight line. Your hips are pushed through, your shoulders are down. You're not like this. We don't want this. Unless you're really struggling, you can keep that. But you want that nice straight line, okay? So just aim for 10.
Gemma, do the elbows go out to the sides?
If your hands are under your shoulders, everything like yoga wants to be stacked up.
Yeah.
I would bring your arms, your elbows in, okay?
Like this?
Yeah, like Francis is doing. It depends. You can do it how you want. You just don't want to put your arms like this so that there's a massive space.
Yeah,
yeah. Your shoulders. Your arms can go out if they want, but I personally bring them in quite a bit. Use your breath.
My nemesis.
It's good.
Can we stop yet?
Awesome. When you're done, come over onto your back. Brilliant. I'm just going to do a core. We're just going to get up and down a lot and move a lot in the small space, okay? So just taking advantage of that. So we're going to do some leg raises. Now, if you have lower back issues, don't bring your legs all the way to the bottom. You can either, there's 2 variables, okay? You can do this. Or I actually prefer doing this. Okay? Squeeze the belly as you come in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. You can put your hand behind your head. You can put your hands down here, or you can put your hand outwards. I haven't got the room to do it outwards, so I like to bring it here. Go for 10.
I'll do a really easy version.
Just in your own time, do 10 of those.
And have a nice rest.
You're done, yeah. Awesome. Okay, we're going to get back up. I just want this getting up and back down to be a little bit of movement as well. I'm going to bring you back up so that you can see me nice and clearly. You okay? Everybody okay?
I'm just checking. Yeah, everyone's good. Checking all the comments.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I can see the comments.
Yeah,
I can see Joe's on.
good.
Awesome. Okay, so we're going to go with the high knees again, but we're going to punch out. I know you guys love this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do the time, and when I say stop, just breathe. Okay, so just stop, breathe, Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go. So we're high knees and punching. Get into a rhythm. Use your breath. We're not doing this for long, so just go for it. Watch those ankles. Keep going, keep pushing. And breathe. And breathe, Frances.
I'm breathing.
Yeah. No, you can stop.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Love that one. Yeah. I'm gonna keep going.
Okay. We're going to get back in. Just want a little quick breath. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
We're back in.
I'm gonna watch you, so I know what to do.
Get all this. Bring those knees up. And stop. It's good. We like a bit of a triology. So we're going to go back in. I'm not actually doing this part with you, am I? So that's good. Doing a bit more workout. Okay, guys, you ready? We're going back in. Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. And stop. Okay. Just catch your breath. It's nice. Now, I don't really want to do lunges because there's not much room, so I think we're just going to go with squats again. This time we're just simply squatting while squeezing our bum at the top. So just come down and up. You can actually put your arms here. Might keep you straight, but if your flexibility's off, then it's fine just to put them out or wherever you want to put them. Okay, so just do 10 in your own way. You might be more narrow doing them. You might be more wide, that's fine, but just make sure you're from here, sitting back and down, okay? Your legs are what are bending, not the body. Bring it up, squeeze the bum. That's good. Squeeze the bum. Just fast in the meantime because they're not extensive. Keep yourself moving. Keep yourself warm. Okay. We're going to do some of them again. Okay, legs are actually the best part of the body to work out because you're working everything out in the meantime. So we're going to do those again. Just arms out, and we're going to come down. Just come down to where you feel comfortable. Use the glutes to bring you back up.
So are you doing like a thrust to bring the hips forward?
Yeah, you are, but don't do this.
No?
Don't want to compress the lower back.
Yeah.
You just squeeze the glutes at the top.
Yeah.
And be squeezed. A little bit of a thrust, but don't over-exaggerate it.
Yeah.
And once you've done 10, shake it off, come back down to the floor.
And if you want to challenge yourself, you can come down to the floor with no hands. That's fun, isn't it? Like, just challenge yourself different ways.
Okay. So sort of a bit of a stretch and a movement, but we're just going to do core and shoulders. So like we would come into tabletop in yoga, we're going to put the toes under like we would, and we're just going to lift off. Okay, just do that for a minute just to get the feel of it, and bring yourself back down. Okay, and then if you just look at me, this is what we're going to do. So we're going to come back into a child's pose, but with our feet still under, like this. Okay, like this. And we're just going to move forward into a plank. We're going to come back. We're going to move forwards. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is that clear, Frances?
Yeah, 100%. So
yeah, okay, brilliant. So we just do 10 of these. This is working the core. It's actually working the glutes a little bit. And it's working the shoulders. Okay, I've got a sweat on right now.
So your hands are a bit further forwards for plank, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you're in the position, it will flow quite nicely.
Yeah, I've got it.
10 of these. When you're done, just come to a seated. Ooh. Okay, just take a breath. We're going to do that again. And then we're going to come up and we're going to finish with something as well. Okay. Okay, it's in your own time. Use your breath. Coming down. Back up. Nice controlled. Squeeze everything. Get the most out of this.
I guess you have to be careful about not lifting your bum up too much, right?
Yes. Yeah, just a nice straight line. If you're just extending the legs out, the bum shouldn't really be coming up. When you've finished, actually, just stay in that plank position.
Right.
And then either walk the hands or the feet up, again, like you would in yoga. I'm going to go hands. Just go up nice and slowly. Back up to a standing position. Okay, if you need a bit of water, just grab some water. But we should be all right.
It's nice to get moving, isn't it? It's nice to get moving up.
It's my first home workout.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just going to do a little bit of core. Okay, so we're just going to, if you can see me, just going to step the leg back a little bit. And we're going to go squeeze, okay? We're going to do the same leg. Yeah. And bring those arms down. So stretch up here. Like you're doing, like you're kneeing, karate or boxing. And use the breath. 10. Once you've done that, switch over the other leg.
On this side.
You need to take it a bit slower, take it slower, control it. Find the balance. Use the breath. That's good. That's good. And just... If you want to advance that a little bit, depending on how you feel, you can actually just come back into a lunge and bring it up. Lunge, bring it up. Okay, if you're finding it a bit hard, do it nice and slowly and just do 5, but really try to do that. Come back into the lunge and bring it up. Draw it through. Really squeeze the core. And if you're going for it, do 10. Then transition, bring both of the feet back to the floor. Just shake it out a little bit. And in your own time, move over to the other side. So bring it back and squeeze. Breathing out at the squeeze. In when you go back. Out. You can extend the arms like Francis to get that extra stretch. And extra squeeze. When you're done, take it off. And that's us done, guys.
That's us done. Hard work done. Now some nice stretchy stuff. So I think what we'll do is feel free to grab a drink of water.
Just going to grab some more water.
And we're going to come down to lying for a moment because that's got the energy right up. So I think we'll take it down a little bit and just bring ourselves to lying with the feet about hip distance apart, and the soles of the feet resting on the ground comfortably. Just finding the breath. So tuning into the feeling of the body, the heart beating, the feeling of the air on the skin. Maybe feeling a bit sweaty, like I am. Just noticing that coolness of the air on the skin. And the heartbeat starting to slow. And the breath beginning to soften. And finding that rise and fall in the belly, in the abdomen. And starting to notice the body sinking into the ground. Just starting to let go of some of that effort, slowly, gradually. Following each in-breath, noticing each out-breath. And then we're just going to start to press into the feet and release. So it's a very small, subtle movement. Just starting to rock the sacrum against the ground. So press into the feet and release. And press and release. So you can't even really see it on me, but my sacrum is rocking up and down. Just gently into the lower back. It's a very restorative move for the lower back. Just rocking. Continuing to follow the breath. And then we're going to press into the feet to lift up into a low bridge. Lifting up into a low bridge and bringing the hands together, connecting the palms, pointing the fingertips up towards the ceiling, pointing the hip points, these bony hip points at the front up towards the ceiling. So we're not coming up super high into a really big back bend. We are thinking about lengthening the lower back forwards, sending the energy forwards through the knees. And from here with the breath, we're going to take an inhale and exhale as you start to roll down slowly. The lower back just lightly touches down to the ground as you finish that exhale, and inhaling as you lift back up. Good. Exhaling as you roll down. Nice and slow, feeling into all of those different parts of the spine in a way that feels good and comfortable. So we're going to do it 3 more times. Inhaling as you lift. And just trying to draw the breath out to match the movement. Exhaling as you release. Lightly touching the lower back down. 2 more. Noticing the spine grounding down from that exhale. 1 more. And then we're just going to start to roll, point the hands over to one side and just gently lift the head up. And then bring the fingertips to point to the ceiling and roll it over to the other side. And we're keeping the lower back on the ground as we do that. So the lower back is staying still and grounded as we roll and roll the upper back. Just in a way that feels nice, a nice stretch across the shoulder, the upper back. Good. Keeping the arms as straight as is comfortable. And then coming back to center. Just release the arms. let them just relax into a cactus shape. So the backs of the hands are resting on the ground. We're going to bring the knees in to the chest, just softly. So we're not really squeezing them in, just letting them sort of hang. We're going to have them quite wide open, just letting them fall so you're into the hips. And we're going to rock gently from side to side like that, across the lower back, across the sacrum. And see if you can allow the shoulders to remain relaxed and grounded. We're getting a massage across the lower back, across the sacrum there. That's great. And then coming back to center, just holding here. And this is like a step one in happy baby pose. So you're just gently allowing the knees to drop towards the armpits. And then we can start to maybe lift the feet, soles of the feet up towards the ceiling, if that feels good. And again, you can just bring a little rock to the sacrum. And then slowly bring the knees back to center. Take the knees around in circles, so drawing circles with the knees, sliding them around one way, and then taking that in the other direction. And then we're going to bring the feet to the floor, keep the knees together, the ankles together, and we're going to rock them from side to side, but we're keeping the knees and the ankles glued as you do that. So we're starting to get a twist, a little bit more of a twist now. It doesn't matter how far over they come, you just find where's comfortable for you. Just easing your way into that twist. The knees stay glued together, the ankles stay glued together. And the shoulders are releasing, relaxing into the ground beneath you. And then we're just going to take it over to one side and hold. Allow the knees to release. You might find a stretch across the side of the hip, front of the hip. Adjusting yourself as you need to feel comfortable here. And then slowly taking it to the other side and just holding here. And this gentle twist. And then slowly coming back to center. We're actually just going to roll over onto your side to come to seated. Roll over onto your side. We're going to make our way to tabletop. So finding that hands and knees position. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Fingers spread out wide. So you're supporting yourself through the pads of the hands. We're just going to rock the hips from side to side, like you're wagging your tail. So again, it's just a nice restorative movement for the lower back. Just bring some gentle movement there. And then you can just hang out over on one side with the hips on one side. And then take it to the other side, just hang out there. Come back to center. We're going to walk the hands forwards. Coming into puppy dog, so we're keeping the hips high, dropping the forehead down to the ground, or you can always take, I like to have a cushion handy. You can use a cushion underneath the forehead, just supporting yourself so that you can settle into this pose. Fingertips reaching forwards, forehead towards the ground, or a cushion. And here we're thinking about the heart melting towards the ground. And then slowly coming back up. This time we're going to take the knees wider. So knees go wider, toes come together. We're starting to work into the hips a little bit more as we take the hands forwards again. And you can bring the forehead to the ground. If this feels like it's too much, you can always stay on your forearms and just let your head hang. So if it feels too much in the shoulders, to stretch them out in front of you, just bring the forearms to the ground and let the head hang. Heavy. And then slowly coming back up to the tabletop. This time knees are going a little bit wider. So don't go to your maximum, but come to a comfortable wider knee position and bring the feet out wide so the feet are in line with the knees. And we're just going to rock forwards and back here. Working into the hands, the wrists, and into the hips. And you might be rocking just a teeny tiny bit, that's okay. You can make it as big or as small as you like. Thinking those hips back as far as feels comfortable and good for you. And then again, you can either come down onto your forearms and let the head hang, or you can bring the forehead all the way down to the ground and sink the hips back towards the heels, just as far as is comfortable. So you're getting quite a big stretch across the sides of the hips there. And then slowly come back onto your hands and draw the knees back in, nice and careful. Bring those knees back. Drop the hips from side to side again, wag that tail. And moving any cushions out of the way. We're going to do something similar to Gemma did, something similar to what Gemma did, but in a bit more of a stretchy way. So bringing the hands a little bit further forwards than tabletop. And we're going to sink back, but the toes aren't tucked under this time. So we're coming into our child's pose, forehead towards the ground, and then we're going to come forward and up and start to drop the hips down and open the chest and lift the gaze, coming into our back bend into our upwards facing dog. So we're just slowly, well, this is striking cobra, so taking it back as far as it's comfortable, and then slowly bringing it forwards, dropping the hips down, opening the chest, lifting the gaze. So you can work with the breath, exhaling as you take it back, inhaling as you bring it forward. Just feeling your way into that back bend in a way that feels good and comfortable. And then we'll hold here. So just holding here, press into the pads of the hands. Take the gaze up if that feels okay in the neck. And if it feels good, you can come up onto the tops of the feet, lift the knees up. But think about lengthening the lower back. Really press into the tops of the feet, point the toes away. Good. And then taking it back, and we'll come back into child's pose. But this time, curl up into a little ball. So bring the forehead to the ground or to a cushion, that's it. You can have the knees together. Bring the arms alongside you. Rest the wrists, rest the shoulders, that's great. And then slowly making your way up to kneeling. Just coming to kneeling. That's it. And we're going to bring the hands behind us, interlace the fingers to make a fist. And squeeze the hands together. lift that fist up and away from you in a way that feels comfortable. Lift from the chest. You might want to lift the gaze up if that feels okay in the neck. And then releasing, gazing forwards. Take the hands apart. We're going to start to walk the fingertips behind us and find that lift in the chest and lift in the gaze. The shoulder blades are squeezing together in the same way. Can you hear me okay, Gemma?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just putting my charger in.
Yeah, no worries. You might want to look up here if that feels good, but you can keep the gaze forward and just focusing on lifting the chest, lifting the gaze here.
But yeah, I can hear you.
Good. So you can choose to stay here. If you feel good and comfortable in that position and you want to take it a bit further, you can think about coming down onto the elbows. Obviously, that's going to deepen that back bend a little bit. You're thinking about lengthening through the spine, lower back, pressing the hips forwards and up to give you some space in the lower back. You might feel a stretch across the quads. If it's too much for the neck to allow the head to release back like this, you can just stay looking forwards. Just do what's right for you. And then very carefully, slowly, give yourself time to get out of that. So hands come down to support you, to come back up. That's great. Coming back up to seated. We're going to come and just rock onto the right hip and bring the feet out to the side. And coming into this sort of 90-90 position with the legs, sometimes we call it, but we're going to bring the feet closer in. We're going to make it a little bit less challenging today. So think about the hips sort of leveling out, but your left bone probably won't touch the ground, and that's okay. You're just noticing whether you need to lean a lot over to one side or the other. Just bring some awareness to that. Does the spine feel long? Can you find a sense of effortlessness here? And as I said, the closer in that the feet are to the body, the less challenging it is. If you want to make it a bit more challenging, you can take the feet a bit further away. It's completely up to you. I'm going to keep it quite easy today because of my hip. And then we're just going to gently bring the right hand to the left knee and gaze over the left shoulder. Taking a twist. And then slowly release, unwinding, taking it to the other side. So left hand to right knee. Gazing over the right shoulder. And then what we can do is we can start to come down onto the forearm here, so onto the right forearm, and just see how that feels. Maybe this is enough. You can come down onto the left forearm. So you're starting to sort of lean over this right leg, this right knee. And if this feels good, you can come all the way down to the ground and rest the forehead on. You can make a pillow with the fist, or you can bring the forehead all the way down to the floor, or a cushion, whatever feels good for you. And just let the body drape over the leg and relax into the ground. And then slowly we'll make our way back up to seated. And we'll switch the legs over. So just take the legs over to the other side. Finding this mermaid position, some people call it, or 90-90 position. Find that awareness in the hips. Maybe the right sit bone isn't touching the ground, that's okay. Does the spine feel long? Back of the neck long? And then we'll bring the left hand to the right knee or towards the right knee, gazing over the right shoulder, gently twisting. And slowly taking the right knee, the right hand to the left knee, and taking a twist, gazing over the left shoulder. Following the breath, each gentle, steady breath. And then coming back to center. We can start to come down onto the left forearm and just see how that feels. So we're layering this up, so you can stop whenever you want to. And then maybe coming down onto the right forearm. The chest is starting to drape towards the ground. Maybe this is enough. Maybe you've got a cushion handy. You can start to settle yourself comfortably here. Let the body relax. Relaxing over that left leg. And then slowly making our way back up. We're going to come to back down to lying. So just coming to lying now, any way that feels comfortable. Any way to lie. Grab a cushion, grab a blanket if you've got one. We're going to settle into relaxation. So find yourself a comfortable position of relaxation. Give yourself a little bit of time to shift the body around, to adjust in any way that you need to find that comfortable position. And as you do that, just becoming aware of all of the places where the body is supported and held by the ground beneath you. Supported and held by the earth. So the heels, the backs of the calves, backs of the thighs, backs of the hips, the sacrum, that flat part of the lower back that we were working to earlier, the mid-back, the shoulders, and the back of the head. All connected with the earth, all supported and held, so that we can completely relax. You are held and supported. You can relax. Let's just take a few deep breaths. So we'll take deep breaths in through the nose. And as we breathe out, just imagine a wave of relaxation flooding through the body. You can breathe out through the mouth if you like, that feels good. So a couple of nice deep breaths in. And as you breathe out, imagine that wave of relaxation washing down and through the body, all the way to the toes. One more time, deep breath in. And as you breathe out, that wave of relaxation, of calm, floods through the body. And perhaps imagining any last tension leaving the body through the toes. The whole body completely relaxed. And allowing the breath to return to its natural rate. And watching the breath returning to its natural rate. And allowing that relaxing rhythm to calm you even more. And we can very slowly start to bring just a little bit of feeling back into the fingers, into the toes. And deepen the breath, finding that rise and fall in the abdomen. And when you're ready, taking a stretch overhead, pointing fingers away, toes away. Full body stretch. And slowly drawing the knees into the chest, hugging the knees in. And then when you're ready, rolling over onto your side, making your way to a comfortable seated position with the gaze soft or the eyes closed. Bringing the hands together at the heart just to finish. Connecting the palms together. Bringing the hands up between the eyes. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thanks, Gemma. Oh, I'll mute you, sorry. 1 sec.
Thank you.
Thanks. Did you find that relaxing?
Yeah, it was lovely.
Good. I enjoyed them.
I loved it.
I really enjoyed that bit of energetic moving. I needed that.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, so guys, if you enjoyed it, if you found it useful, feel free to just drop a comment to let us know. It's been really nice to have you here. Oh, good. And oh, brilliant. Oh, good, you're outside, you lucky thing. In the breeze and sunshine. Yeah, so if you find this kind of stuff useful, let us know, you know, because we can always do more, and we always love to hear your feedback. And it's lovely to have you with us here. It's like a little piece of being on Folkestone Beach again, isn't it? Just for a moment, we were back there. So I hope you're all off to have a nice, lovely brunch now. Maybe not quite as nice as Dr. Legumes. I don't know, I miss it. Oh, nice. Thanks for joining us, Joe. Yeah, I can't wait to, cannot wait to get back on that beach. Oh, good, Anna. Glad you enjoyed it. Thank you for coming along. So what are you up to today, Gemma?
I'll be doing a bit of work from home. I really want a picture by a blossom tree, and I found my blossom tree. So.
Oh, nice. There's lots of good blossom out at the moment, isn't there?
Yeah. So I might go and do that. And we've got a little bit hooked on this really silly program on Netflix, but it's quite good. And we don't really watch telly, so we're watching a little bit.
I haven't got anything at the moment. What are you watching?
Oh, it's more of a kids thing, really. It's called Once Upon a Time, but we just got really into it.
You don't like The Simpsons?
No, not that kids. No. It is an actual. I know it's like an American series, but it's about all the fairy tales, but in real life. But yes, we've got quite into it. It's a bit addictive, and I'm just going to cook as well. I'll cook something. Actually, do you know what? A thought come to me because it was because of you. I might do a semolina cake.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That one was good, wasn't it? Captain Webb. Love a bit of semolina.
Yeah. So I might do that. I might do that now.
Brilliant. Well, thank
you.
Me. I'm probably gonna go for a walk and get out in this sunshine. Yeah. So the kids will be back any minute. They've just gone. I sort of banish them when I do this sort of stuff. So they've gone for a bike ride. They'll be back, and we're just taking it easy. To be honest, I'm going to be taking it easy today. So yeah. Hope you guys are too. Enjoy, and I'll catch up with you soon, Gemma, and catch up with you all soon. I hope. Take care. Bye, everyone. Take care.